Over the past 5 episodes, we've travelled almost 2,500 miles through 12 out of 13 countries on our ultimate European road trip. In this episode, we'll be driving from Prague to the Netherlands, via some rather surprising and exotic places, ending with a night in Amsterdam where alcohol isn't responsible for getting them all wasted. As well as myself, David, the geography expert and filmmaker of the trip, there's Badger, head of hospitality, Jamie, main driver, Ethan, co-pilot, and Win, who basically just gets to live life as a dog for 2 weeks. When we last left the action, we'd all been for a night out in Prague. However, at the end of it, Badger was nowhere to be seen.
Badger? We don't know.
This is 4 Idiots Series 4, the ultimate European road trip. When we woke up later on that afternoon, we discovered Badger had managed to find his way back. However, there was something strange about Ethan.
We woke up and that was in his pot, so he's asleep with that.
No, he wasn't.
He must have picked it up from somewhere. Did he raid the sex toy museum?
I wouldn't have picked that up personally.
You don't know where it's been, man.
As we headed out of Prague, we stopped to refuel, and whilst Jamie was paying, me and Badger decided to be 7 years old.
If someone beeps, it's not because you've done anything wrong.
Before we left Czechia and headed across to Germany, we had allocated some time to look round Bohemian Switzerland National Park, which is right on the border between Germany and Czechia and features some of the best landscape in this part of Europe.
Oh, this looks quite nice.
Does it quite nice? Wow! Free shop!
Look at the rock.
Wow!
This is like little Wild West town, but German. Do you not think?
And when we got out of the motorhome, Jamie noticed our little joke.
The nice little touch we have there.
Where did you get that? Oh, bog right off.
That's how I get funny looks.
Everyone was
When did
honking.
you put that on?
Oh, it's been on since like Croatia.
No!
It's been on since the first day, man.
No, it hasn't. And that's why you were laughing when I left the petrol station, wasn't it? I was too tired to comprehend anything.
Because they had stayed out so late last night, the whole day had been delayed, and we were now starting to lose light as we began the hike up towards the top of the rocks.
We're going up Pride Rock.
Wrong film, but essentially that's what we're doing. The correct film is The Chronicles of Narnia.
Ow!
So that's just how the weather and the elements are formed.
The holes is the water eroding around the sandstone.
Right.
Because it goes holy.
Holy. Holy rock.
Holy rock.
The good thing about doing this later in the day was that at least it was quieter. Maybe too quiet.
I'm actually going to cry. There's a gate that's closed now, just let you know.
Are you for real? It's bloody closed. It actually closed at 6 PM.
How can you close a rock?
I know exactly. How can you close a f***ing rock? I mean, the best place to experience something like this is now, which is golden hour.
I don't get why you wouldn't be able to do it.
So now it's time for me to give you the facts, which we hadn't checked out at the time because we're idiots. This is Pražička Brána, the largest sandstone arch in Europe. Sandstone obviously erodes really easily, and in order to protect it, the actual arch itself has been off limits to the public since 1982. Despite being a national park, the area is also privatised, hence why someone is trying to make money from it. If it's open, you can obviously pay to get directly underneath it, as well as a few walkways and viewpoints, but to be honest, it looks like we didn't really miss out on much. So if you're planning on coming here, you'll be glad that you've watched this. After we had checked out everything we had time to check out in the Czech Republic, we checked the Czech Republic off our list and drove literally 3 minutes down the road into Germany, where we were greeted back with an amazing sunset vista. We drove on into the night through eastern Germany, and after a couple of hours progress, we pulled over at a truck stop to get some sleep, which turned out to be a great place for me to do one of my 30-second tours.
30-second camp, well, it's not a campsite, it's a rest stop at the side of the road tours. Grim. I don't even need 30 seconds for this one. Grim. It's literally, it's literally out of a horror movie. It's out of a f***ing horror movie.
Luckily the next day though, we were heading to somewhere that is the absolute complete opposite of this. No, it's not Amsterdam just yet, it's a former Luftwaffe and Soviet airbase that has been turned into a slice of heaven. This airship hangar is the biggest freestanding hall in the world, the 4th largest building in the world by usable volume, and since 2004, the world's largest indoor water park, Tropical Islands. Featuring scenes that you'd usually expect to see in Southeast Asia and Africa, this is a combination of the UK's Eden Project and a tropical hotel resort. You can even stay overnight. Thankfully for those of you in the UK who don't want to go all the way to East Germany, there's a similar concept being built in Manchester.
I love this. This is like my room, but bigger and more real. Look at this. Would you think that on a motorhome trip of Europe that you'd see this? You wouldn't, would you? Oh my god, that actually genuinely scared me, because this actually feels quite real, this environment. They've just pissed off and have went in the pool, and I'm just walking around and just appreciating the fact that this is actually being built. The attention to detail is unbelievably good. That looks like an entertainment stage, yeah, theatre. I'm about to walk through something straight out of Bali. It's insane.
Meanwhile, the others weren't having such a good time.
Bye boys. Oh, I'm going backwards. I swear down. Oh, we got. Is that Win?
Where's Win?
He's going to be behind you, right?
Twice now. That was truly.
Where's Win?
Where's Win?
It's just a ring. He hasn't fallen off, has he?
Where's Win?
Where's Win? What the f***? put it on, it rolled and went down. You're joking?
No, I actually hate this place. Like,
We saw a rig appear.
Like, that's what the handles are for, so you can just dump it on.
Update, I've just got a very nice mocktail, tropical mocktail.
David's somewhere down there. Me and Ethan are apparently going on the most difficult slide in this resort. But this most difficult slide looks pretty tame. That was like, what, 2 seconds? Bloody hell.
That's all I know.
It's all, I didn't see anything.
That's mental. It's mental, man. How do you not like it?
Well, it's not what it says it is. It says it's a water park and there's like 3 slides.
Yeah. No. I mean, if I came here for this, like the rainforest, like we're in fucking Germany. This doesn't belong here. It doesn't belong here. It's amazing. The others were generally quite angry that I'd brought them here because I hadn't really researched into the actual slides, and that's what was lacking. So after a very tense and silent lunch, we hit the Autobahn for the long drive to Amsterdam. If theme parks aren't your thing and you prefer dark tourism, there are plenty of abandoned Soviet and Nazi bases around this part of Europe that haven't yet been turned into something else, but seeing as we'd been in trouble with the police already on this trip, we decided not to risk anything and concentrated on the pretty boring drive ahead. Luckily though, we had Badger on shotgun duties.
I can't wait till I see like a really shit car.
Oh yes! Oi! Badger, what are you playing? Are you playing motorbike noises on YouTube?
It's on for 40 minutes, so should kill a bit of time.
You see, this is great. I don't even need to add SFX in. This is just, you've done it for me.
Come on! Big foot up, Here it comes!
Every car that passes, why do not count what the ratio is of German-made cars to like foreign cars? So that's German.
We need some kind of entertainment.
That's one.
That's German.
Two BMs.
That's German.
German, Mercedes. So we're 3 for 3. Unsurprisingly, the outcome of this was mostly German. Seeing as we were on the Autobahn with no speed limit, and had been fairly sensible throughout the whole trip, we decided to indulge a little and see what 60 Bertha could reach.
Come on! It's stuck at 95!
95, is that the limit?
That's it!
I think you can do more than that.
96?
Come on!
What's that noise?
I don't know, but we're almost 100 miles an hour.
Oh my god, we are! That's 100! That's 100 miles an hour! 100 miles an hour! Can I just say, guys, that we have about 6 hours left now of our whole route.
That's sad.
We're on our way to the final destination of our trip.
Oh, that is actually sad. Can we add another one? Can we add another one?
Final countdown. Can I get a
Blind as a Pathfinder, looking to find my way.
We're sucking dick! We're sucking the dick! We're sucking dick! We're sucking the dick! You sucking the dick!
That's auf Wiedersehen to Germany. And that's Netherlands,
Guys, we fucking did it! 30 countries in 16 days! Oh yeah! Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. 85! Wow! Yeah, boys! Oh yeah!
I've got 1 more hour of this fucking shit. And then 1 in a day, and then a ferry back, and then it's done with. That's it, it's done. So you can f*** off. You can piss off. What do you mean? He can f*** off. And he can f*** off.
What about wind? What about wind? What the f*** is that? Oh, it's a convoy. What the f*** is that? He's taking up 2 bastard leads! What's he doing? Oh, it'll be fun.
We're in the Netherlands, there's probably a windmill in it.
Woohoo!
Shut up, man. Shut up.
I'll get
Shut up.
Woohoo!
Call me self-help.
I'm a rock star for the first time today! And I haven't flashed, baby! Woohoo!
Shut up.
Woohoo!
Eventually, they all shut up and went to sleep for what would be the last time in the motorhome. Jesus Christ, never give him a rock star again. And we awoke with only 1 hour left of our epic 54-hour route. Hello everyone, welcome to the Netherlands, which is unfortunately the final country on our trip. The Netherlands is known for its incredibly flat low-lying landscape featuring canals, windmills and tulip fields. It's the lowest country in Europe, with almost a third of the whole country being below sea level. However, it actually has the tallest male population in the world. It was the first country to legalise same-sex marriage, and there are also lots of other freedoms here. The one that I'm specifically thinking of, some of us may be trying later, but not me. There are more bikes in the Netherlands than there are people, and they produce around 6 million souvenir clogs every year. CDs, DVDs and Blu-rays were all invented here. And also carrots are actually orange because of the Netherlands. They previously used to be yellow, purple or white, but the Netherlands cleverly bred them over time, and apparently this was done to thank King William III for helping them gain independence from Spain in the 17th century. Finally, it has the highest English proficiency in the world, with over 90% of the population being able to use it as a second language. So that should come in handy for communication when you all get drunk later. Thank you for listening to all of my geography facts along the way, and I hope you've enjoyed the trip. Thank you.
Let's get f***ed up! I said, let's get f***ed up! Yous are all shit.
Soon we arrived in Amsterdam and checked into our super trendy hostel hotel where we had booked out a private room.
Probably the most basic hotel I've seen in my life, but it's quite nice in a way.
It's nicer than a tin can.
Yep.
A little while later, we were ready for our night out in Amsterdam.
Just as a disclaimer, we would have gone traditional and took bikes into the centre, but I can't really ride a bike with this, and Wing can't ride a bike at all.
My muscles and balance off.
This meant that we had to use public transport, which wasn't particularly straightforward for a group of English morons.
We don't know how to use Amsterdam's metro train service. It's not going well.
Where's the frig's Hoofdal?
On this side, the closest that we can get is probably like...
That's like a northern
I
line.
know
That's like a metro.
that's a train service. The metro's over there, but we bought ones which have this symbol on.
and we're trying to get to Amsterdam Central, but there's no trains that seem to be going there. We need to see where the different trains are to see if there's one which is going to Amsterdam Central. M53 Central Station. So we'll just buy a ticket which says the 1 hour thing and go on that. Yeah. Once we managed to figure out which ticket and platform we needed, things became a lot more familiar, and soon we arrived near the centre of Amsterdam. Oh my god, the bikes. It's almost like Vietnam. I know they're not mopeds, but Christ almighty. I honestly didn't actually know that there was this many bikes. How do we cross the road? Oh, here we go. No, there's bike.
I'm so gonna get hit by a bike on this adventure.
Bikes are dangerous, yeah.
I'm so gonna get hit by a bike. Boys is a temple.
Are we in the Chinatown? We must be in the Chinatown. This place seems buzzing.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, I just got a whiff of it, Badger. That famous plant here?
Every single shop is either a restaurant, a sex shop, or it sells weed.
Keep that in mind for later. It's a bloody food overload here. My mouth is just like watering. Get food? Let's get food.
Yeah,
Yes. So we found a nice looking Chinese restaurant and ordered some dishes. This dish that Badger's got is called ants climbing in a tree. Badger. Yes. Take me outside, throw me in one of them canals. But this is bloody. That's hot.
David,
That's quite hot.
David, can you try one of these things on camera?
Mate. My water was up there. Now it's there.
Can you please try one of them? Because I've never had anything like that before.
I'll touch it. Like very, very.
Mate, it's literally the size of a pinhead.
I don't know what that is. No idea.
It's weird, isn't it?
Is this really authentic? Because it's not like this back home. This is either really authentic or really Dutch. It's not English. Once we finished our food, we returned outside to find that many of the streets were colourfully lit.
It's red.
That's red.
With a collection of erotic art from all over the world, 5-story museum breathes the spirit of eroticism and makes Red Light District so special.
And then Jamie and Ethan announced that they needed to go shopping in a coffee shop.
Seriously though,
Yeah, you do.
like I know this is gonna go on the internet, but do not show my mother.
No, stop.
Do it.
Stop, put it down.
Oh, you like that, don't you? You do.
Yeah.
So did you just get the plants that you were after?
We did.
We did.
You know how bad this is going to be to watch back.
Yeah.
It's going to be really bad, isn't
I think we should go down and into every bulldog.
I think we should look at all the tits.
Yeah, I agree.
Badger agrees.
This isn't going to go on YouTube, but we can say
No, it can go on YouTube, but there won't be a lot of visuals.
Tits over there.
He's already having some effects. The issue I have is right. I love it how people are allowed to do what they want, and there's freedoms here and stuff, but it's not free enough for it to be like it's all a bit undercover, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just awkward. It's an awkward environment. It's an awkward atmosphere, especially for me with this. What, like, if you're allowed to do it, why is it not out in the open? You've still got to like keep hush about it. I don't really get it.
what do I get?
If it rains anymore, it's going to flood.
You are? Is it actually?
The boats will be on the ground.
Yeah, they're very high. They are very, very high.
Something where the cars are.
I gotta be. I can't deal with this anymore. Come on.
Drive the boats. You on the road?
Well, let's see where the night takes us.
enjoying Amsterdam a lot. There's a lot of sights. There's a lot of there's cookies. They're mocking me because I want a cookie.
You worked out before how Amsterdam works. You figured out how it works.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we did.
That's what I was asking. Right? It's like, why would you go to Amsterdam if it wasn't for the news? You know, the news like to the point. Here's the thing: Amsterdam is a place created and funded by people having the munchies.
Think about it.
Because everywhere's a weed shop, and then everywhere that isn't a weed shop is either a sex shop or a restaurant. This entire economy is based on people getting high and getting the munchies.
How insane is that?
It's genius.
It's true because I want a cookie. We're not talking triple chocolate though.
After they bought their cookies, we headed back to the hotel, where we found out that they hadn't actually bought what they thought they'd bought.
What on earth, you on? You alright, mate?
Oh, use your hand.
No, I need to go.
The f***ing bite out of it.
When?
Take it over with. Have you seen him? I was gonna go for a push.
Chocolate cake.
He's actually
Chocolate cake.
got a bite out of it. So.
Oh no, he did before he took the bite out of it.
Hello.
What's wrong with him?
Look.
He's just f***ing daft. That is.
The next day, as we headed out of Amsterdam, the atmosphere was rather quiet and melancholy, because our ultimate European road trip was officially over. Before we headed to the ferry terminal though, there was one last thing that needed to be done. The part of the trip that I had least been looking forward to.
Where is it?
Be that metal box over there.
I would love a hot dog right now. Hot dog is exactly what I want.
Where is it? Why would they put it there, man? That does not look like a waste disposal. It's got a flammable sign on it, man. He's having a fucking laugh here. Absolute bell end. It's not here, man. Where is it?
Does it not go in there?
Is he lost?
Probably.
He's unreal.
No, why? Does it not go in there? Does that not lift up?
He's got a flammable sign on.
Is it?
Oh, well, it must be somewhere else then.
Is there definitely a place to dump it here?
It's literally right here, man, you knob. We're parked on it.
We're fucking loving it. The amount of abuse that we are going to get here is actually going to be uncanny.
They don't even have a hose to wash it down.
Well, he's never going to forget that experience.
I've been sick.
Did you actually say?
I was sick. It went down the drain. It was that f***ing grim. It was absolutely grim. Can you see how many miles we've done, Ethan?
Oh yeah. Press the end of the right stalk.
Oh! 3,010 miles! Oh my god!
3,010 miles. Holy shit!
What a trip it's been.
Bloody hell.
What was it you called it? We'll just go on a little trip.
Just a little trip.
13 countries, including the UK, in just over 2 weeks. I mean, I knew I was going to enjoy it, but I shit myself at the same time, because I mean, what on earth did we decide to do?
Oh my
But, I mean,
3,000 miles.
it's been one hell of an adventure. Like, the best, an adventure of a lifetime. Like, absolutely, like, you don't get many like this in a lifetime.
No,
You just
way.
don't.
I've seen so many things that look unreal.
So many things, so many countries, so many memories.
So many memories.
the beginning of the trip, we set out to celebrate all that's good about Europe and see what we were missing out on in the UK. And I think we've definitely done that, at least for Central Europe. We've learned a lot along the way and had a million laughs as well. Sure, there's been times when things haven't gone to plan.
Very long story.
Times when we've got ourselves into trouble.
150 euro fine.
But that's exactly what makes this show what it is. One big experience and something that none of us will ever forget for the rest of our lives.